I use Kermit as a model for the priesthood for several reasons. He wears a collar, visible. He's very reflective, prayerful. He gives good advice, verbal. He leads by example, does the right thing, and he's an overall great guy. I was trying to find out if Kermit was eligible to be Pope, and I found a blog that says he's the perfect example of a Catholic priest. What do you expect? He's a man of the cloth. Why were you trying to find out if Kermit was eligible to be a Catholic priest? Usual reasons. Kermit for Pope. No one's gonna be surprised when he croaks. This is pretty timely. The gimmick blogs are like Tumblr's rogue gallery. Yes, we've got some heroes. Yes, we've got some villains. But more importantly, if you look over here, you will see some freak who devotes all their time to counting the number of T's in a post. T count, 15. Letter count, 198. Your T percentage, 7.58%. Average T percentage, 6.95%. You use the letter T 1.09 times as much as average. You exist? Sometimes you create a guy and it turns out they already exist. Sometimes that guy has skills beyond your comprehension. At identifying cars in posts. 1993-1997 Mazda 626. I love all the fun kinds of autism we get here. You bottle Miette? You crush Miette like the grape? Brick up mother and basement for 1,000 years! The cask of Miette de Lado. Y'all are just absolutely committed to creating humor I cannot explain to my spouse, aren't you? I can explain it. Bring them to my cellar. There's a room next to a pile of bricks that's perfect for a demonstration. Look up the Miette post on Twitter and the Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe. If you ever find yourself thinking, wow, I scraped the bottom of the barrel with my energy with that and came out okay, that's the devil talking. You did not come out okay. You borrowed energy from the future. You will repay it if you don't rest and replenish the borrowed energy first. This one took off quickly. Are you guys okay? Wizard PSA, chronomancy might be weird and confusing, but one of the few solid rules of the discipline is keep your promises. Time is a library, and you don't want to meet the librarian. Everybody remember Chrono What's-His-Number, the only time-traveling YouTuber. They did not pay back the time they took from the past. Do not meet the librarian, or they will come for us all. Again. I had a really rough year where I told my significant other I felt like my entire being had been shattered into terracotta pieces at my feet. For my birthday, he bought a terracotta plate, broke it into many pieces, then had all the people I love write something they love about me on each of the pieces, then glued it back together again. It was the most seen, heard, and loved I've ever felt in my whole life. The one Chinese practice with the gold glue, and the pieces look better afterwards too. I love that technique so much, I often used it to cheer up some friends. It's this technique where when something breaks, instead of just fixing it as it was, they instead fix the broken pieces with gold to symbolize that breaking isn't a bad thing. It can make us stronger and shouldn't be frowned upon. Plants with pants. Not delivered. But it's important. I'm sorry, but I'm dying. They look like a boy band. Plants in pants. Why am I suddenly attracted to a cactus? I hate this website. I found it! I thought this was a Chuck Tingle cover for a second. I approve. I think the real question here is why the two plants on the sides have been twinkified. Also, the unbloomed flower is gay, while the leaf guy is his bisexual friend who is secretly in love with him, and they have a homoerotic friendship. And the cactus guy is just an ally. I want to see a talent show where they look for a fourth plant in pants. Let's take a vote in the comments. Do we want the flower, the tree, or the mushroom for the fourth guy in plant in pants? I'm paying to force 7,000 strangers to see a photo of my late husband having fun with his dog. Tumblr Blaze is totally worth it. Thank you to all my new internet stranger friends for being so gracious about having my post shoved onto your dashboards. I loved reading all of your kind tags and comments. Both Martin and Bosco have been gone for several years now, but for 24 hours, they felt very present in my life. I greatly appreciate this gift. Reblog to have your dashboard be visited by the spirit of joy that death can end, but not erase. Thank you to everyone who commented in their tags or messaged me. Indeed, today is Martin and Bosco Day. I originally whimsically blazed this photo on 13 July 2022. I never expected Martin and Bosco to travel so far and make so many new friends. The experience has been such a gift for me. Martin and Bosco Day. They have their own day now. Guys, let's make a sandwich. I'll start. Bread. The souls of the innocent. The sins of the guilty. Time loop. Guys, let's make a sandwich. I'll start. Bread. The souls of the innocent. The sins of the guilty. Time loop. Guys, let's make a sandwich. I'll start. Bread. The souls of the innocent. The sins of the guilty. Time loop. Guys, let's make a sandwich. I'll start. Bread. The souls of the innocent. The sins of the guilty. Time loop. Guys, let's make a sandwich. I'll start. Bread. The souls of the innocent. The sins of the guilty. Time loop. Guys, let's make a sandwich. I'll start. Bread. The souls of the innocent. The sins of the guilty. Hi, I'm Emily. What's going on in here? Sandwich. The time loop has been broken. Everybody say thank you, Emily. Mustard. Bread. Sandwich achieved! When morning bad, but Warsaw trams smile devilishly at you. That mischief. It looks like this sly cat face even. Budapest tram smiling sweetly. Stockholm tram looking at you sorrowfully. Melbourne tram giving you a wary side-eye. Tymczasem Katowice Rozsierdzony. I have no idea how you read this, I'm sorry. The bus from Hawaii is zoning out. Look at that smile. Like you haven't come late to my stop more times than I can count. 2 genres of fanfiction. Put that guy into situations. Take that guy out of situations. For the love of God, let them rest! You put the sad guy in, you take the sad guy out. You put the sad guy in and you shake him all about. You do the angsty wanksy and you turn around. And that's what it's all about. My sister steps on my toe. Me. Ouch! You just stepped on my toe, sis. Is this both a pun and also fucking loss? I'm gonna fold someone like a chair. Types of brain fog. Brain is primordial sludge and you are drowning in it. You are a ghost and nothing is real. Mental equivalent of attempting to stream some high-res video game when all you have is dial-up. The thing you want to articulate is right there, but you're just scrabbling at it like a cat continually failing to catch the bird on the other side of the window. The void. Me when I'm I'm what? Sorry for the inconvenience, but right now, we is out of R. Rotating individual blorbos separately is great and all, but I rotate pairs of characters together as one, spinning around each other, like a pair of celestial bodies in orbit. Blorbit, if you will. Let me tell you about my blorbits. Maybe not an OTP, but definitely one of my main blorbits. Because man, some guys just really fall into blorbit so fast. Gonna go ahead and throw this guy into blorbit with the other wet cat. Took your word for a test drive, runs smooth as hell. Great job! The idea of consuming 2 conflicting things that promise to do the opposite of each other has always been hilarious to me. There's a liquid shot-based sleep aid called 6 Hour Sleep, and as soon as I saw it, I immediately imagined mixing it and a 5-hour energy together for a 1-hour nap. Mix NyQuil and DayQuil to create Quill. What does Quill do? All the time, all the time. This post is a graveyard. Yeah, that's probably what happens when you have the 6-hour sleep and 5-hour energy together. Or all that Quill. We should be fine, as long as we do not reblog bread. Question: I've reblogged bread. What? I have done nothing but reblog bread for the past 3 days. Where have you been sending it? I reblogged bread. Ah! I love how there are more reblogs than likes. This post. this fucking post. I cannot believe after nearly 7 years, it's still going around, let alone on my own dash. A kid born on the day I posted this would be entering 2nd grade right now. Hey OP, they'd be in 5th grade by now. Hey, they'd actually be in 7th, I believe. Why is the bread shiny? Tumors. TF2 heritage post. Yoink! My bread! Hey, no bread stealing, please. Everyone deserves a slice. Few things more humbling than the realization that you really do write the same fix over and over again. And you'll hear it again! Someone mentioned on another Tumblr post about how nobody complained that Agatha Christie wrote another book about murder. Write your story. Write it again and again. Okay, but do you understand the treasure trove of reading a fic you enjoy and then looking at the author's page and discovering they have written multiple just like it? That is the ultimate score. Nobody complained that Agatha Christie wrote another book about murder. 2 cakes still holds true when the same awesome baker bakes a cake twice. Fucking intended audience. How about we normalize engaging with new and unfamiliar art pieces on their own terms? Pixar boss Pete Docter once asked Hayao Miyazaki while discussing the development of films, "When do you make changes for yourself, and when do you make changes for the audience?" Miyazaki replied, "I never think about the audience." Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the difference between pushing a product and creating a work of art. I can't be bothered to find the thread right now, but there were a bunch of people talking about it, and I agree, so I'm sharing the idea here. We need a death of the audience. Lots of media gets worse because authors are too worried about a hypothetical audience. As someone engaging with media, you need to understand that you simply might not understand all of it. And that's okay. But also, I think more authors need to realize that it's okay if not everyone in the audience will fully understand everything they're doing. People should just reply to Anon hate with this: "You are not acting like the person Mr. Rogers knew you could be." Damn dude, that's brutal. You are not acting like the person Mr. Rogers knew you could be. I honestly don't know which of these is more guilt-tripping. Just do them both. Both. Both is good. Jokes to make after failure that aren't self-deprecating. I'm the best to ever do it. Nobody saw that. Best if said loudly. No one's ever done it like me. I could be president. Or they should make me president. Behold, a mere fraction of my power. The public wants to be me so bad. I'm an expert in thing you just failed at. How could this have happened to God's favorite princess? Nothing ibuprofen and a glass of water can't fix. I'm being sabotaged. Ta-da! And scene. That's homophobic. This is exactly what I intended. Ah well, I had fun. Get ready to be jealous. My mother's catchphrase. Well, that was sexy. My favorite. Worth a shot. Bonus, sometimes I purposefully misspell or misspeak as worth a shit. When I say I like hiking, I don't mean 8-mile backpacking trip with special gear and an emergency beacon sort of hiking. I mean a 3-mile loop to go look at pretty things and then a huge brunch after. This is in no way a slam on hardcore hiking, it's very fun. But I mostly just need to lower people's expectations when I say hiking is a hobby of mine. No, that's ranger hiking. I like hobbit hiking. You gotta be more specific, man. Hobbits are specifically famous for 2 really long walks. Long Walks Georges were outliers and should not have been counted. Characters dynamic that's like, they weren't in a relationship, but they're definitely exes now. Squidward and Squilliam. They were absolutely in a relationship, you uncultured swine. That's his eager face. You're the uncultured swine. The sexual tension in that gif is proving my point. The sexual tension of 2 divorced octopi. Octopuses. You have never been more wrong. What is the correct plural of octopus? Octopuses. Octopi is the oldest plural of octopus, coming from the belief that Latin origins should have Latin endings. Octopuses is the next plural, which gives the word an English ending to match its adoption as an English word. Fuck you, I'm in Latin. Well, fuck you, I'm correct. I will stab you with a cacti. Cactus. It's plural, you twat. Using an A before it implies that it's singular, dumbass. Tumblr users dynamic that's like, they weren't in a relationship, but they're definitely exes now.